Hello and welcome back to Healthy Spouse, Healthy House. My name is Tony and my channel focuses on health, wellness, and relationships. I believe that there are 15 different areas of health that any one person can work on at any point in time in their lives. So, y'all, every first and third Friday, I ask you to join me as I introduce, define, and discuss each one of those areas of health. And then in the end, y'all, we make plans and we make goals so that we can become healthier in those areas. Y'all, because it's not enough. It's not enough to know. It's not enough to know what you should be doing. It's not enough to make the plans, but then you got to put the action toward it, right? Okay. All right. So anyway, let's move forward, y'all. So I have been on this marital health kick, y'all. And so that's where we are right now. We're talking about marital health. And just to give you a little bit of information on me, I have been married since 2004. It will be 20 years next year. Y'all, I have been with my husband ever since we were 18. And so, yeah. So along with some of the information and research or whatever, y'all, I got about 20 years of experience, y'all. So oh gosh. So anyway, let's bring it on back. So yeah. So in my last video, I was talking about having a Christ-centered marriage. So if you want to look that up and want to know more about what I had to say on that, please watch my last video. But in this video, we will go over a couple more things that I believe should be a part of a healthy marriage. And I will get in there. I will discuss a little bit of it. And please, y'all, please, if y'all have something to say or, you want to join the conversation, just comment. Just comment on it, put something in the comment section so that we can open up this conversation, because some of the things that I will be covering and going over, some of the things will be fact, because this is, statistics show or we know that this is true or things that we know that are true, but then there are going to be some things that are going to be subjective, right? It's like there are going to be some things that, should I do this? Or I should do this? I don't know. It's, some things, because relationships are different, because people are different. We're not all the same. And so what we require to have a healthy relationship will vary in some ways, right? So sometimes there are going to be some fact, and then sometimes there are going to be some things that are going to be subjective, which is why I would love for you to just leave a comment, let me know what you think, how you feel, So anyway, let's begin. Let's define marital health. So marital health is a stable, satisfying, supportive, safe, and secure marriage relationship that's God-centered and void of any abuse or neglect. Okay? That is a healthy marriage. That defines marital health. So again, like I said in my last video, I talked about having a Christ-centered marriage, and please go watch that video. It kind of gives you an idea of, like a starting point. So this is pretty much video number 2 and or part 2, I guess you can say. But there'll be so many parts to it. So anyway, so the next thing that I want to talk about is commitment. Just like I've said before, probably too many times, my husband and I, when we got married, y'all, we decided that divorce was not going to be in our vocabulary. So we decided that we were going to be committed to each other no matter what, that we would try to work through any and everything that comes our way. First of all, we felt like we each, I know I did, and I know he did. We felt like we deserved to have a committed relationship. Like that was something that we would need to feel secure within our marriage, right? Is for that other person to be committed. And so that's number one. And number two if we decide to have children and bring any children into this, what we have, right? They deserve for us, their mom and dad, to be committed to each other no matter what. They deserve for us to be intact. And so being committed means being dedicated to that person. It means having an obligation to that person. It means that you are to respect that person and that person should respect you, that there should be honesty within that marriage and openness, right? All of those things come with commitment, because if you're not being open, if you're not being honest, how can you properly commit to someone else, right? If you're not being open, if you're not being honest, or if they're not being open and honest with you, you wouldn't even know what you're even getting into, right? That's how I feel. And being committed to someone means being there in spite of. Just to give you like a quick little story. Being married to someone isn't just like that person, making you happy, right? That's not going to happen. That person is not there to make you happy. That's something that has to come from within. That person can attribute to it. That person can make your life better in so many different ways, but you should not be leaning on that person to make you happy all the time. That is not their job. And honestly, that's part of what I thought marriage was supposed to be. It's like, oh, he's gonna make me happy. Once I get married to this God-fearing man, this Christian man, everything is just gonna fall into place and everything. No, y'all. Marriage is a lot of work. I don't care who it is. I don't care if he's the coolest, calmest, most passive person. It still takes work, because even that can get on your nerves too. So marriage is a lot of work, and no one should go into it lightly. That's why you have to choose right from the beginning. You have to choose right. And I know people may say, well, what, choosing right. Well, sometimes things, get in the way, whatever. Yeah, that's true. But I'm saying to the best, y'all, to the best of your ability. And that's why you need God's help to help you choose right. Right? Because he knows what he put in you, and he knows what you need. And so it's like he needs to be included in every part of the process, because he's the one that made the both of you in the first place. So anyway, like I was saying, marriage is hard work, and you have to make a decision to stay committed to each other in spite of, whatever happens or whatever is coming up, which brings me to my next point, which is change. Please, y'all, change is inevitable within a relationship, within a marriage. Please say it with me. Change is inevitable. It is going to happen. Y'all heard me say that I got married at 23. My husband was 22. I was 23. That was 19 years ago. Y'all, I am not the same person that got married to my husband. There have been so many changes, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. There have been so many different changes that have occurred in our relationship, in our marriage, moving. We have 4 kids now. When we first got married, we had none. You get what I'm saying? Like, change is inevitable. Things are going to happen. And so you have to stay committed even through all those changes. We've gained family members. We've lost family members. We've gained friends. Our friends have changed faces over the course of these years. All types of things have happened. We've changed churches. So many different things. We've had different vehicles. We've lived in different places. We've been on different income brackets. We've been through so many changes. But the thing is, we were like, listen, We're going to bring honor to God. We're going to bring honor to ourselves, to our families and everything, despite whatever is going on, whatever's happening, no matter what changes occur. First of all, we're going to put our faith, our hope, our trust in God. And then we're going to put our respect in God, our honor in God, and then we're going to respect each other. And we're going to do what we need to do so that we can just have a healthy marriage. And no, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And sometimes, if you're a person like me, sometimes change like trips you completely up, depending on what the thing is, right? Sometimes you're like, oh my God. And you're like discombobulated, and for me, and overwhelmed and things. I need God to help me through these changes. So anyway, change is inevitable, but throughout the change, we have to stay committed to our spouses. There is so much that can be, it's a blessing to be married, and it's a blessing to have a healthy marriage, but a healthy marriage takes a lot of work. So don't go into marriage lightly. And you have to do what you can do. But yes, I'm hoping that this helped you. And if it did, please leave a comment, like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And may God bless us on this journey.